All right, moving on to page 15, we're going to learn how to bring in Illustrator vector art into After Effects and work with it in After Effects. So the first thing we're going to do is import that logo. So we're going to do, from our project panel, we're going to do a file import, and we're going to import a file, and we have to navigate to our entire multimedia folder that we have in class or that you have at home. And we're going to go into the graphics folder that they provided, and we're going to take the poolside AI or logo.ai Illustrator file, and we're going to click open. That's going to just bring it into our project panel over here, and it's an asset that we have available to use. From here, we're going to select it in the project panel, and we're going to drag it down and stack it on top of the three things we already have in our timeline in our layer stack. So we now have poolside logo.ai. We literally have an Illustrator logo in here, and you can see that by default it plopped right in the center of our screen, but it's really barely visible here. So it would be nice to change its color, its size, its scale, its location. And in order to do this, because it is a vector graphic from Illustrator, we need to convert it into a native shape layer, which is the vector art it's the vector way of working in After Effects natively rather than having an Illustrator logo in here. So we're going to convert it. So with this poolside AI, this logo, Illustrator logo selected, we're going to go up to our layer panel, and if I can get my cursor to show up, we're going to do layer and then come down to create and then create shapes from the vector layer. Again, shapes are what are native to After Effects that are vectors. So by doing that, we can see a couple of things happened in our layer stack over here. After Effects automatically turned off the visibility icon right here for our poolside logo that was the Illustrator version, and it made and turned on something called poolside logo outlines. From here, we're going to select the V key, which is going to activate our selection tool. And up in the toolbar, here's our selection tool. We see some other options, and we can click on our fill color, which is right here. It's hard to see because everything's black, but click on that. And we're going to change our RGB coordinates to be that same turquoise that we did before. So 105, 225, 241. And that's going to give it that same turquoise that we have down here. We want to make this logo bigger. So we're going to press the S key, and that's going to turn on the scale options for this layer because it's still selected down here. And for our scale, we're going to change it from 100%. We're going to go up to 230%. So we're going to make it a lot bigger. And then we also want to change the positioning, something that you could do by just moving around, but since we know a number, we're going to go that route. Shift letter P, whoops, I'm still in the 230% down there to hit the return key. All right, now Shift letter P is going to bring up our positioning option, and we are going to change our vertical position, that second one, to be 850. And press enter, and that's going to bring it down to that position that we want it to be in. So this was an Illustrator vector art, and we turned it into shapes, which is the native version of vector art in After Effects, and we rescaled it, repositioned it, and changed its color.